Greetings. So, I think the last time I talked to you, I was talking about the champion that actually crushed my cup. I mean, the cup was actually broken, and there was a hole in my very thick canvas ski from the grip. This was a very humbling experience for me, because as I said in the last video, my man could have actually killed me had that actually been a combat situation. So it really increased my awareness of, when you say hand-to-hand combat, what that actually means. And so it was very humbling, as well as very invigorating experience for me at that time. Still like 18 at that time. But it made my training that much more real, and really let me know what I could and couldn't do, the different levels of this game. So continuing with my time on Okinawa, keep this in mind, I'm going to the karate studio after work every day, about 5 o'clock. I was in motor transport in the Marine Corps, so basically every night we could go into town in Okinawa and be with the girls and drink in the bars as long as we got back to base by 7 a.m. that time. And many times we were just, we would go back about 6 in the morning to make a 7 o'clock formation, shower, the 3 S's, shower and shave, and be standing up by 7 a.m. And we usually made it. Anyway, so I'm hanging out. I go to the dojo every day and work out to about 9 or 10, from like 5:30 to 6 to about 9 or 10. Then I would go downtown and hang out with my team from the barracks. So one of my guys was a guy from Queens, New York, who actually knew some. He would tell me he knew some karate. He grew up in karate, but also spent some time on Rikers Island and learned what's called jailhouse boxing. So eventually, we were able to get to a handball court and spar. He's kind of like a roundish guy. You know, he didn't have any definition and didn't look necessarily athletic. So I underestimated. He's probably about 200 pounds, maybe 5'10". But to me, he looked kind of soft. And I figured, you know, with my rock hard 140 at that time, 5'7", I was going to go through him like a hot knife through butter. Little did I know. When we got in the handball court, and I went to just soften him up with a quick jumping side kick, he actually folded his body, and his elbow hit my foot. I actually, even though he was there within range, I actually missed it. When he threw a roundhouse and I went to spin and do my double back fist, he actually stepped offline and caught me with a perfect left hook. And the night went like that. When I went to the ground, he stopped me in my ribs, saying, "We don't have to stop just because you went down. We trying to practice fighting." And so he was kicking me while I was down, and basically, make a long story short, as another humbling experience. He kicked my ass that day. And then he talked to me about jailhouse boxing and showed me some of the techniques that they used in the jailhouse, some of the techniques that would only work in a confined space, like a cell. Bernard Hopkins and Mike Tyson, they're both familiar with the jailhouse boxing, also known as 52 blocks. It's a very Zab Judah. These people, some of these are names you might know, that their style incorporated some of that jailhouse boxing. So that was my introduction to jailhouse boxing, and again, humbled and invigorated. I went back to continue to practice, get ready, and you know what happened next, round 2.